Hi everyone, so today in math we're going to be learning how we can convert units of time. So let's think about what is time and how is it measured? So time is something that's kind of an abstract concept, but it's how we can kind of process the flow of, how things are happening, present time, past time, future time. And time is measured in typically hours and minutes past midnight or noon, and we use a clock to measure that every day throughout the day. How we can look at what hour it is with how many minutes. We need a clock to use or a watch of some kind. Time can also though be measured in different ways, like we can measure how many days something is, weeks, months, and even years. So here are some helpful conversions that we use to convert different types of time measurements. And also just an idea, yes, we use clocks, and we also can use calendars to help us with measuring time. So you will have this helpful conversion chart on each slide to kind of help you as you go along and do the math with me. And then also attach this lesson, there is a conversion chart of time on there as well that you can use when you do your exit slip. So you might already memorize some of these, and that's great, but if not, it's okay because you'll have this on hand to use. But you should try to remember that there's 60 seconds in a minute, there's 60 minutes in an hour, there are 24 hours in a day, 1 week is equal to 7 days, 1 year has 52 weeks, 1 year is also 12 months, and 1 year is also equal to 365 days. So those will be helpful when we do some converting. So let's practice. So converting time is similar to other units we were doing, like when we were converting units of liquid measure, when we were converting units of length, right? It's similar in that we either multiply or divide to change between the two different units of time. And sometimes that might be repeated addition or repeated subtraction. Those work too. But I try to stick with multiplication if I can because it's a little bit quicker. So in this case, we're going to try these couple problems, and we're going to try to convert and see how many hours are there in 5 days. Okay, so in order to do that, I have to know, well, how many hours are even in 1 day? However many hours are in 1 day, I can multiply by 5, and that will give me how many hours are in 5 days. So let's look at the chart. It says that 1 day is equal to 24 hours. So if there are 24 hours in 1 day, I could either do that repeated addition the long way, 24 plus 24 plus 24 plus 24 plus 24, or I can do the quicker way, which would be to multiply 24 times 5. So I would suggest doing it a little bit of the quicker way, would be 24 times 5. Some of you might be able to do that in your head. I would probably suggest doing partial products. That's how I would solve it. So you can pause the video for a second. Go ahead and solve 24 times 5. All right, so you should have tried to do 24 hours times 5 days, and that's going to give us how many hours are in 5 days. So if you did partial products, you should do 5 times 4, which equals 20. 5 times 20 equals 100. So 100 plus 20 equals 120 hours. All right, so let's look at this one. How many weeks are in 2 years? So first of all, I have to know, well, how many weeks are in 1 year? So let's look at our chart. 1 week has, 1 year has 52 weeks. So if 1 year equals 52 weeks, I can multiply 52 times 2 to get how many weeks are in 2 years. So go ahead and try 52 times 2. You can do partial products. You could try it in your head, or you could do 52 plus 52. And let's see what we got. 52 times 2 equals 104 weeks. So you should have done 2 times 2 equals 4. 2 times 50 equals 100. 100 plus 4 equals 104. All right, let's try some more conversions. So for this one, it says, how many days are in 28 weeks? Days to weeks. So we have to find the conversion over here that's days to weeks. So right here, or it can be weeks to days, it doesn't matter the order, 1 week is equal to 7 days. So if I know that there are 7 days in a week, I can figure out how many days are in 28 weeks by multiplying by 7. So if we do 28 times 7, 28 weeks times the 7 days in a week, we'll get the answer for how many days that's equal to. So go ahead and try 28 times 7. You can do partial products, 7 times 8, and then 7 times 20, and add the parts together. That would probably be your best bet. You can pause the video, try it out. 28 times 7. All right, let's see what you got for 28 times 7. I got 196 days. So 7 times 8 is 56. 7 times 20, 7 times 2 is 14. With the 0 then is 140. 140 plus 56 is 196 days. So that means that 28 weeks is equal to 196 days. Let's try this one. How many days are in 2 years? So first of all, I need to know how many days are in 1 year, and then I can figure out how many days equal 2 years. So let's go again to our chart. 1 year is equal to 365 days. So if I want to know how many days are equal to 2 years, I have to multiply 365 times 2. Or you can do, again, addition, 365 plus 365. But I do want you guys to try to get in the habit of multiplying. So if you can multiply, use partial products, you can do 2 times 5, 2 times 60, 2 times 300, and then add the parts together. So go ahead and try 365 times 2. So we know 2 times 5 equals 10. 2 times 60. So we can do 2 times 6 is 12. With a 0 at the end is 120. 2 times 300. 2 times 3 is 6. With 2 zeros in is 600. So 600 plus 120 plus 10 equals 730. So hopefully you got that. So that means 2 years is equal to 730 days. All right, these last couple ones are comparisons. So we're going to compare using greater than, less than, or equal to. So if we have 5 days and 30 hours, I want to know, is 5 days greater than, less than, or equal to 30 hours? So to figure that out, I have to think about, well, how many hours is 5 days equal to? Because remember, I can't compare days to hours with those different units because they're not comparable in amount. A day is a lot longer than an hour. So I can't compare them nicely. I have to convert days into hours so that I can compare hours to hours because I'm comparing the same unit. That I can do. So first, let's change the days to hours. Let's see. All right, so there's 24 hours in one day. Okay, so to figure out what 5 days is equal to, I'm going to have to multiply 24 times 5. And of course, I can do partial products. So go ahead and try that right now. 24 hours times 5 days. Try it out. You can pause the video. 24 hours times 5 days. All right, so for that, you should have got 120. 5 days is equal to 120 hours. So is 120 hours greater than, less than, or equal to 30 hours? The number 120 you should have got is bigger, right? 120 is greater than 30. So remember, we had to change the units in order to compare them. I can't just say, oh yeah, 5 days, 5 is a smaller number than 30. but you have to think about days is a lot longer than hours, right? So 5 days is longer than 30 hours. It's a greater amount of time. All right, last problem we're going to try. This one is another comparison, but we're comparing days to weeks. So we're seeing if 435 days is greater than, less than, or equal to 45 weeks. So again, we have a comparison of days to weeks. A day is shorter than a week, right? It takes 7 days to make a week. So that's an important conversion we have to know. So how can we figure this out? I can convert the weeks into days, so then I could compare them. Or I could convert the days into weeks. But I think you guys will probably like this way better just because multiplying is a little bit easier than division for you guys. So let's convert the weeks into days. To do that, we have to take 45 weeks and multiply it by how many days are in a week. 7 days in 1 week. So multiply 45 times 7. And again, you can use partial products. 7 times 5, 7 times 40, add the parts together and see what you get. You can pause the video. 45 weeks times 7 days. And I got the answer of 315 days. So is 435 days greater than, less than, or equal to 315 days? Because remember, that's what this is equal to. And you should realize, yes, that 435 is a bigger number than 315. So we would say 435 days is greater than 45 weeks, or 315 days. I think I actually circled the wrong one. Yep, I just realized that. So that should actually be circled greater than. I made a mistake with the video. Sorry, guys. That should be greater. 45 weeks times 7 is... Oh, wait, did I mix that up? No, it is less than. Yeah, 45 weeks is equal to 315, right? 45 times 7 is 315. So 315, I was converting the wrong thing, sorry guys, is less than 435 days. 315 is less than 435. I think I was looking at the wrong number. All right, so if you guys have any questions about anything with the converting, you can message me, let me know. You're definitely going to need this chart to help you, and just always looking at, how many of the smaller unit is in the bigger unit. How many of the bigger unit is in the smaller unit? You have to look at these conversions in order to change them, okay? There's an exit slip, and there is Think Central math that you need to try. There is some stuff on Freckle, I believe, and Math Games if you want to do that optional math work. That's pretty much it. So thank you for watching, and I will see you guys next time.